and then have a pint of water. Right, before every meal, have a pint of water or a glass of water, whatever you can stomach. Towards the end of the day, you would have achieved that. You ain't going to want a snack because you'll be too busy going to the toilet and having a piss. Good morning, beautiful people. Anton here from Warhorse Training. I'm here today to talk about how you can stop them COVID cravings. So the hardest part about this whole COVID situation, matter of fact, rewind a bit, the hardest part about any workout, plan, diet, or any goals you want to achieve where you want to change your physique to be the best version of yourself is stopping those cravings. At the end of the day, it is calories in versus calories out. And I hate it when other people say something totally different. And I'm not going to lie to you, there's a lot of fads out there. There's people that are on keto that swear by keto it's the only way to lose weight. The fact of the matter is, if you're on keto, you're suppressing calories by not eating carbs and various other things and going into your fats and your proteins. And proteins are a suppressant for your appetite as well. So there's your benefit. That's the reason why you're getting those results. Now, the other thing is intermittent fasting. There's so many people out there that crave intermittent fasting and think it's the holy grail of losing weight. It's essentially reducing your calories throughout the period of the day where you're not eating, and then you are having more calories when you are eating. And that is literally it. So again, calories in versus calories out. There's other mitigating reasons why you might do these diets. I'm not going to lie. I do variations of keto. I love to be in a ketogenic state. I love the intermittent fasting because I like the benefits of it as well. So I'm not trying to poo-poo the idea and say they're no good. I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, let's focus on stopping those COVID cravings. When you're at home, working at home, with the kids, doing homeschooling, whatever the dynamic is, it's so easy to just go to your fridge, go to your pantry, and just grab yourself some snacks. And these things can help you suppress things. And I'm not going to sell you a magic pill. I'm not going to sell you a magic pill and say, this is what you need, this is a diet pill, this is how you're going to get a result.
Are there any left?
There may be one. Okay, it's $500, you have no choice of carrier, the battery can't hold a charge, and the reception isn't very—
Shut up and take my money!
Those diet pills, they do work to a certain degree because they suppress your appetite, but that's literally it. Suppress it yourself, save the fad, and do it healthy. Let's go into it. Now, moving into what these benefits are and what you can do to stop those COVID cravings, which will then get you back on track, whatever eating or diet plan you're having and whatever workouts you're doing to accommodate to get to where you need to go to achieve those goals and those heights that you are wanting to get when you get back to work. It might just be something as simplistic as fitting in your suit jacket because you've put on a little bit during this lockdown situation because the kitchen's just there. Things that can help. Let me just list off a quick 10 and I'll give you some bonuses at the end, but I'm going to go into the details as to why they benefit you. We've got water, we've got coffee and green tea, we've got exercise, we've got mental stimulation, we've got reducing your stress levels, we've also got eating more protein, we've also got planning times to indulge, we've also got more sleep, we've also got distance yourself from those cravings. We've also got fibrous carbs and what you should incorporate in your diet to basically keep you full from snacking. We're going to go into the details of that right now. Right guys, before we move any further, let me just take these off because it is like glaring me. I don't know if you can see, I've got like the ring of death in my eye. I'm going to move a little bit closer to the camera purely because I can't see without my glasses. So in true Warhorse training effect, we are going to put all the details up on the side for you to look at. Number one is water. So drinking more water will suppress your appetite. You fill your belly, that's essentially what you do. We are made out of water, we are 90% water. So the more we can top that up, the less we're going to binge and eat anyway. My recommendation and the doctor's recommendation, so go out and do your research. This is just my opinion, this is just a northern lad having a rant on YouTube to hopefully give you some form of benefit in this lovely world of COVID. Over here in this little island they call England. So we have got water suppressing your appetite. 20 minutes before you eat, drink some water. Drink water after you eat. I want you to sip on water throughout the day. The aim of the game is to consume as much water as you possibly can within the metrics of what your body weight is, normally between 2 to 3 litres a day. The easiest way to consume that is when you wake up in the morning, have a pint, brush your teeth, Obviously swirl all the disgustingness out of your mouth, and then have a pint of water. Right, before every meal, have a pint of water or a glass of water, whatever you can stomach. Towards the end of the day, you would have achieved that. You ain't going to want a snack because you'll be too busy going to the toilet and having a piss. Number 2, coffee and green tea. Now, coffee and green tea is fantastic for losing weight. Don't overdo it because caffeine can bugger you up. For me personally, I have 2 coffees in the morning, then I switch to green tea afterwards, and I have like green teas, herbal teas, and various things. If you look at my Kiss Gym program, that's what I'm following right now. So looking into coffee and the reasons why. So it boosts your serotonin. I don't know if you know what serotonin is. It's your cobweb of emotions that goes around your brain. A boost of serotonin can increase things like energy levels. It can also increase things like your kind of cognitive function, your ability to think more on different playing fields. It's basically like the adrenaline map of your brain to some degree. So people that have elevated serotonin can be associated with things like ADHD and various other things. They are normally high functioning individuals. You can control your serotonin spikes with certain foods. Working out suppresses it and various other things towards the end of the workout. But what I'm saying about coffee and green tea is it obviously boosts the serotonin. That also increases her hormones and curbs the appetite craving and supports you in trying to not binge all the time. Exercise. Exercise is fantastic, okay? So I would say any type of aerobic exercise is best. The reasoning for that is it kind of, there's a fulfillment hormone within your body. There's a fulfillment hormone called, if I can pronounce it right, ghrelin. There's a fulfillment hormone that basically allows you to regulate your PPY and your GRP1. And this helps you suppress your appetite. So after you've done a workout, for about 50 minutes after you've done a workout, it suppresses your appetite and will allow you to not binge, not have those cravings, and basically stabilize that hormone balance frequency within your body so you can control yourself moving forward to about 50 minutes after the workout. So if you do a little bit often, go a jog in the morning, do a workout midday, do a little bit of yoga in the evening or stretching with the kids or whatever that looks like, that will suppress your appetite afterwards. You're not going to be like dying for food. Another benefit of exercise as well, with the same hormone displacement, it can also suppress the need for cigarettes. Now, I don't smoke, so I'm not telling you guys what will help you with that, but it's just a common known fact that those hormones also is the craving for cigarettes as well as like appetite as well. So by doing that, having an exercise immediately after exercise, allegedly within 50 minutes you've got this window where you're going to feel like you ain't going to want a fag and you ain't going to want some binging, drinking or eating. You're going to feel like you've got more in control and you're ready to have a good meal, but a wholesome meal because that's what your body is craving. Mental stimulation. Now, mental stimulation branches off into multiple things. I've always talked about the three-legged stool of fitness, where you've got activity, lifestyle, and you've got fuel. Mental stimulation comes under that lifestyle. There's a couple of other points on here that I don't want to go into too much at the moment, like stress, which comes under lifestyle. But what I would say is meditation is fantastic for your mental stimulation. So anything that's kind of like learning something new as well, anything that's kind of getting those cogs turning in your mind is going to help you through this. Really big thing about mental stimulation is practice the difference between cravings, the need, against the want of what you're going to eat. So what I'm saying by that is think clearly before you want to consume anything. Are you hungry or are you bored? Are you hungry for something quick fix or do you actually need some sustenance because you've not ate today? And you're just looking for that quick fix because it's easier to grab a quick fix than it is to cook a meal. Maybe you need to meal prep. But looking into mental stimulation, get your brain working a slightly different way, which then can cap those hungers. Other thing with mental stimulation is to practice mindful eating. Turn all devices off, get the kids out of the room, get the dog out of the room, turn the telly off, focus on what you're eating, chew, digest, enjoy, savor the moment. You'll feel less hungry afterwards. Number 5, what I've got is reducing stress. Again, that three-legged stool of fitness, it's that lifestyle part. That lifestyle part is key. It's something I've never had right in my life, and that's the reason why things go up and down. Now, reducing stress, again, it's about the hormone displacement. It's about suppressing that appetite, and it's about helping you. Unfortunately, it is actually worse for women. So if women are more stressed, they typically want to binge eat. Exactly. An example of that is when they're in shark season. If they are, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, it's just a punt. If they're in shark season, then they're going to need cravings because their body's in a constant state of stress, which means their mind then gets into stress, their hormones are all over the show, there's a lot of displacement, hence why you ladies, you lovely sexy senoritas out there are all looking for chocolate and that quick fix to help you whilst you're on that time of the month. So being under stress, it elevates your blood pressure, elevates sections of cortisol. It obviously reconfigurates all that hormone displacement, which is what gives you that craving to eat something. So by suppressing your stress levels, you're essentially suppressing that craving for binging on food. Number 6, eat more protein. This is something that the ketogenic diet is very good at. Proteins and fats, less carbs, things like that. It does work. Yeah, so increasing your protein levels. Now that's something that the ketogenic diet has really, really well. Increasing protein, increasing fats, minimalizing your carbohydrates, essentially putting you in a different caloric deficit by changing those macro and micronutrients to benefit what your matrices of your body. Now I'm not preaching the keto diet is the holy grail and you have to be on it. I'm just saying that's one of the simplistic benefits of being on a ketogenic diet. There's benefits in all diets. Find what works for you. That's the important part. But increasing your protein will suppress your appetite. It suppresses your appetite so much, up to 60%, allowing you to control your late night cravings up to 50% better. Now, there's another statistic that 70% of all percentages are completely made up on the spot.
The prophecy is true.
But these ones aren't. They are actually founded upon that I found on research on multiple different avenues, but they could just be a generical stab in the dark. What I do know is that protein does suppress your appetite, stops those night cravings because you've got more substance within your stomach. Number 7, plan a time to indulge. Cheat meals, cheat days, intermittent fasting, plan a time to indulge. Now the benefit of this is mainly getting your brain to focus on something that's totally different. So if you're focused on, I have a cheat meal every Sunday. I'm tempted to flip it and put it on a Friday because I'm dying for a Casper's. But I have a cheat meal pretty much every Sunday. I'm very strict throughout the week. It allows me to focus on that week and not digress from what I'm having, because I know that on that Sunday I am fasting to a certain state. I'm breaking my fast the right way with fibrous carbs and greens and various other things and protein, and then I'm having my cheat meal. By planning to indulge, your body and your mind builds these calluses to be able to control that suppressant of the appetite and not have those cravings, because you know something's coming just around the corner. Now another thing of indulging is also plan your meals. So it's obviously planning to indulge, but also planning to succeed. Plan your meals, plan your time frames, whatever suits your calendar and your diary. Plan what you're going to eat, whether it's going to be, beef, vegetarian, steak, vegan, whatever you want. I just realised I said beef and steak. I've clearly got cow on the mind. But just plan your meals accordingly and stick to some form of regimen, whatever that looks like. Hence all these diet fads and various things that will help, like Fat Fighters, Weight Watchers and various things like that. It gives you structure. Structure. I should call number 7 structure, not plan to indulge. I should call it dietary structure. Something to think about. Number 8, guys. Number 8 is more sleep. Now this is something that I really, really know close to my heart. I used to suffer with sleep apnea, still technically do, but I managed to lose enough weight around my neck and chest to do it. It's not about me, it's about this program. Sleep. The more you sleep, the less you eat. Let me tell you why. Because you can't eat whilst you're sleeping, can you? Simples. Now it also helps stabilize that hormones within your body. It helps you to regulate your appetite. If you have broken or disrupted sleep, you will typically crave more because your body's needing that energy. So it's going to outsource quick nutrients and quick sugars and quick glucose and quick fats and quick whatever it wants, because you're depriving it of sleep. So sleep is important. Now everybody's body's different and everybody's body reacts differently. So sleep for me might mean 4 to 5 hours. Sleep for you might mean 10 hours. Find what that equilibrium is within that life stool of that 3-legged stool of fitness. Stick to it. Get yourself a pattern. Set an alarm. Devices off at 10. Set another alarm. Bed at 10:30. That's a linear path. That could be 8, that could be 7, that could be 6, that could be whatever you fancy. Fact of the matter is, it affects your hormones. You're 55% more likely to binge and crave and not be able to control your appetite if you're sleep deprived. And again, 70% of percentages are a stab in the dark. Number 9, we are getting towards the end. Number 9, distance yourself from cravings. It's hard you're working from home, your kids are at home, we're in this COVID state, we're in a lockdown situation depending where you are in the country or in the world. The kitchen's just there, so you're gonna binge and you're gonna crave and you're gonna just snack and you're gonna overindulge. Distance yourself from it. One thing I do, all of my naughties, I hate that word, you know, if it fits your macros, if it fits your calorie intake, if it fits your lifestyle and you enjoy it, do it. But all of your naughties, all of mine are in the garage. I have to leave my house to walk outside, to walk down the path, to get into the garage, to open the garage, to get the cravings, to come back. By the time I've done that journey, sometimes I think I can't be bloody bothered. Or it gives me the feeling to go, or the thought process to go, actually, I don't need this. What I need is something real food. Don't buy them. Don't bring them in the house. Make a barrier between you and your cravings, and it could be the next dream. It could be putting it on the top shelf, so you've got to ask your spouse to get it down for you. Okay? Put a barrier between you and those cravings. Distance yourself from the cravings. Please! It will help. Number 9 will help. Number 10. Now, none of these are more important than the other, but it's just... YouTube likes numbers. So this is a 10. Number 10 is fibrous carb and leafy greens. So fibrous carbs and leafy greens are really important and really do help you to lower that appetite, suppress it, and have more control within your diet or your food eating plan, whatever you're following. Incorporate fibrous carbs and leafy greens into every single meal you eat. If you fancy a chicken wrap or a cheese and cucumber and ham wrap or whatever you fancy, I'm clearly thinking about steak and I'm clearly thinking about having a wrap. You see where my mind wanders. But incorporate some greens, have some salad with it. Go crazy. Have some broccoli, whatever that looks like, okay? Incorporate some fibrous carbs. You know, it's really, really important within your diet. The reason why is because if you fill yourself up within vitamins and minerals, you end up filling your pocket of your stomach with something that has substance, so you're not going to crave anything more. Also, there's not a great deal of calories in them, and there's more benefit than there is calories, so you're going to reap the benefits of those, and then reward it later on down the line when you plan to indulge. Number 7. So a prime example of this, if you take 5 grams of spinach, it will reduce your sugar cravings by up to 87-90% of what you normally would crave. This is really, really important. It's about hormone displacement once again. It's also about what that nutritional value of that spinach has. Now, I've got a few details on spinach. There's various other ones you can do, but spinach is just one that came off the top of my head, so I did a little bit of research on there for you. So with spinach, it helps you to digest fats better, so digest the fat within your body and the fats that you are eating. It also helps with that hormone displacement, like I said. I've got down on here that once again it supports that GLP-1 hormone, which as we know is the natural appetite suppressor within your body to help you along that journey. There's multiple other things that you can add within your diet. There's things like dark chocolate, which does help in moderation, mind, but that is a natural appetite suppressant, anything that's like 80% and above. Ginger's a really good one, so incorporate within your tea and various other things like lemon, honey and various other things. But they're my top 10 guys that hopefully will help you. Hope you found this interesting, I hope you like it, and I hope we can suppress or stop those COVID cravings during this lockdown period. I'm Anton from Warhorse Training, you're the beautiful people listening. I just want to say thank you for all of you that have sticked around to the end of this video. Please like, comment and subscribe and share us on. We are now in 180 subscribers. I'm thoroughly loving this and really enjoying it. If you can take one thing away from each one of my videos, I've succeeded and it makes me a lot happier. You can find me on Instagram, that's where my main followings are. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me, obviously, we're doing a video. You can find me on Facebook, and we have a website, www.warhorsetraining.co.uk, where you can find all of our services, things like massage, hairdressing, PT, my nutritional therapies, and various other things that I can do on there, like martial art instructing. Till next time, guys, in this crazy world, look after your family, stay safe, stick to the government guidelines, and take care now.
I don't know how much value I have in this universe. But I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
One top tip that not many people know about me, I was talking about number 2 being coffee, tea, and how you can boost your serotonin. I know a lot about your natural serotonin and bits and pieces because I have a serotonin imbalance, which makes me more hyperactive than ADHD, a higher functioning individual. Also means that I've got a lot of energy, normally in the form of like adrenaline and just kind of like that fight or flight. I'm permanently stuck on fight. Gotta continue moving forward, which is great for training.